So how realistic and doable actually is main gaining? You know, staying lean at a comfortable, sustainable body fat percentage whilst also packing on a significant, tangible amount of muscle mass. Well, in my opinion, it is in fact fairly realistic for the majority of people, and provided that the basic fundamentals are being nailed, you can absolutely gain a fair bit of muscle mass over a long-term period, probably similar to that of an actual gaining phase, whilst also being in a position where you are comfortable and happy with how you look body fat wise, okay? It's by no means some sort of voodoo, okay? We do not have to go through a massive bulking period in order to gain a significant amount of muscle mass, and obviously same goes vice versa. We don't always have to go through cutting periods or remain in a massive calorie deficit to sustain a lean body composition, okay? Obviously, to get shredded, we do likely have to sustain a very low unsustainable calorie level that will stop us from gaining muscle, but that is not what main gaining is about, okay? Main gaining assumes that you have a body composition that you are already happy with and therefore can sustain. It's a sustainable, maintainable level for you, hence the name main gain, because you maintain your current body composition. Now from that, you obviously try to gain muscle mass, okay? Now, the reason why I think main gaining works so well is because it keeps you at a range where you are sustainable and happy with your body fat level, meaning, you know, you won't have to go through dieting periods. You won't have to draw back from the bulk because you're getting too fat. You are in fact maintaining your current body composition and growing from it. So in my opinion, this is a fantastic approach for a lot of guys out there that are just average gym goers, not striving to compete or be bodybuilders. Now, I personally main gain, and once I've got a lot of my clients initially primed through a cutting or bulking period, I basically get them onto a consistent, solid main gain approach. And again, the sole reason for this is because as a lifestyle approach, it is so solid. It allows you to obviously at times go to birthday parties without worrying about being too strict with your diet. You can in fact enjoy yourself, and also on a day-to-day basis, you are of course fueling yourself with enough calories to perform well and do what's necessary in the muscle gaining department, in the training department, but you're not fueling yourself with so much that you're obviously at times overfeeding or pushing so much calories and obviously trying to be extreme with it. And the fact of the matter is, being so extreme with it and trying to gain all of this weight and all of this mass and obviously bulking to the extreme doesn't actually scientifically show to result in that much more gains. When calorie surpluses of, you know, 5 to 10%, I think, don't quote me on that, are compared to higher calorie surpluses of 15, 20%, the difference in gains is literally so small, obviously in favor of higher calories. But again, they didn't compare this on a super long-term scale, and therefore we don't actually know. I don't think the sacrifices that you need to make to follow through with that extreme approach are simply worth it. And this is why I think main gaining is an absolutely fantastic approach. Now, in order to efficiently execute a main gain and, you know, gain muscle sustainably whilst also being happy and comfortable with your body composition, you ultimately need to nail the three fundamentals: training, nutrition, and routine. Routine obviously covers your sleep, your stress, and your lifestyle, you know, how much time you allocate to things, etc. Indirectly, this is going to have a pretty big impact on everything, especially your training and nutrition, so you better make sure it's dialed in. Now, with that being said, once these fundamental variables are dialed in, you will have a very easy time main gaining, provided you are fueling yourself with enough calories to obviously perform well, and you are structuring your calories properly, so, you know, potentially pushing more carbs prior to training where you actually need them more. You will obviously be able to do what's necessary in the gym to perform well, provided your training approach is where it needs to be, you know, you're overloading as you should be, your exercise selection is good, and most importantly, your execution is good. You will be doing everything you can to stimulate the muscle, and therefore over time you will be growing, provided your calories aren't also too high for you to be gaining a lot of weight. Maybe you can counteract that with cardio, for example. You will obviously have a very easy time sustaining a lean body composition. And as you get bigger, your metabolic rate will increase, albeit slightly, and therefore you'll have an even easier time maintaining a leaner composition. But this all basically operates on the premise of your routine. So don't forget that sleep, recovery, time blocking are equally as important, as they are ultimately the glue that holds everything from your approach together. And trust me when I say all of these variables need to be the absolute best they can be. You need to be meticulous with them if you want to effectively carry out a main gain over the long term. If you need help doing that, and if you would like my guidance on doing that, then join the team. Get Trained by Dave, www.trainedbydave.com, link in bio, or search it up into a browser.